Welcome back everyone to TCG Card Shop Simulator, and in the last episode we got our first graded card back, and it was a grade 10, which is this little beauty here. In between episodes I've redone all the cards, so there's a couple of cards that we didn't have prices for because we picked them up late in the episode. So I've got a £116 card, so everything on the front there is £96 plus. And then we had a couple of other bigger ones, bigger than the ones I had listed. So we've got a £64 on this one. We've got two of the same here, which are going to go for 34. And then we'll put the lesser cards out throughout the day. But as soon as that big card goes, most of these will come up this table will until we get the next batch. Now, talking of the next batch, we've got another batch of cards here. 400. We're going to not have anything too great in here. Probably around 10, 20, maybe £30. A couple of 20s. 27 there. And a 13 at the end. Yeah, so we won't get much in there because of the value. You can normally tell if you've got something good. And 600. So we've got something a bit better in here. What have we got? 17, 5, 10, 11. We've got a £132 card there. That's nice. 23. Another full art. This is one I've just put on the shelf. 21. Not too shabby. Some good cards there. So we've got another one of this one here, what we just picked up. £116 we're selling those for. And let's get these machines filled up and then we can get started on with the next day, which is going to be day 16. And I will need to order these. So I've gone round in between episodes. If you have a look, most of the money's gone. Still got over 1,000 and everything's fully stocked. And the back shelf is fully stocked as well. So let's get the report for the last day. Still around 84 on the total visitors. I do want to upgrade the shop because I haven't done that for quite a few episodes. And we've probably got at least one, if not two upgrades. We also at level 18 got the big sprayers. I want to try and get them in this episode. And we also got access to the back room, which would be nice to get that. But we're not running too much stock at the moment. So I don't think that's the biggest thing until I get to level 20. When I get the next employee in, then I want the back room open at that point. 6,800 roughly on the revenue. We made over 1,000 on the cards. And we'll probably make around that same money today on the card table. Because we are going to have not just one, two sets of gradeds back on this episode. And a nice profit. But it does show that I didn't pay my bills. So we'll get them sorted. First thing I want to do, open up. There's my first set of graded. We'll do that in a second. I want to make sure I get the workers signed first. I thought there was 2 boxes back today. Okay, so I want you to be restocking shelves. And when the other guy turns up, I'll tell him as well. So let's have a look at our grading. Oh, this is not good. 5 and a 1. Okay, it was going to happen eventually. We can't be lucky all the time. Now, the graded 1. It's still £90 on a graded 1, but we'll send that back out for grading the next time we do it. And I've got a load at the till. And that's worth 700. I'll send that back out for grading as well. But I'll probably send these on like a 10-day service, £10. We'll have a look at the true values when I get some space on the back over there. Oh, the other guy's already started, so that's fine. Let's get some of this moving. And fingers crossed we sell that big card today, because that will change what I actually do in the episode. If I can get the 4,400 from this card. That was the one we got as a grade 10. But we need to start clearing people out the shop, otherwise nobody else will come in. Okay, we've caught up with the till. Let's just have a look at them cards we had. So it'll be in this one here. Okay, most of the cards have just sold. Just want to see the value on this one. So yeah, this is the one where grade 10 would have been 7,700. So yeah, there's no way we're selling that for that price. Okay, so we have got some customers trading over there. And we have got nearly 2,000, so we might be able to get some bigger cards on this day. Let's have a look what you've got. It's not a good asking price, so I'm not even going to bother with that one. I might have been able to pull some sort of deal off with it. Let's have a look what you want. You want to trade an £134 card for 161. Yep. More money we're going to be making soon. That must have been one of the ones we just pulled out the machine. Talking of machines, get them ready to go again. I need to get this queue down. Okay, you just cover the desks for a second. So everything's sold off here except for that one card there, unfortunately. Let's do these first, so I need to get the box. There isn't a box there. I'll grab one in a second. Let's see what we got. 331, so we're going to have nothing too great in here. Nothing above 20, really. And let's have a look in the other one. 600, much better. There's going to be something around 100, 200 in here. £20 there, 24 there, a 25 there, 131. And an 117 as well. So a couple of good cards. I would like to keep the full arts, but at this point we just need the stuff being quickly turned around. We'll put all these in and then we'll order some more of these. And you can just... It's better to have even a slow person on the till than nobody at all. And because we've got a bit more than a box of these, I'll just clear that one out. At least then I can just order one box of everything up there and then 2 of the purples. And I know I'm good. Okay, so the both machines are started. Let's have a look what you've got. You want to trade a £30 for a £50, but I haven't got it, so I can't do it. Unfortunately, there is some rares that's going to need to get on the shelf. How's the commons doing? Okay, so I want to put an order in before I go back. Well, I can't even see the shelf. Okay, so let's quickly get an order in. We are over 4,000, so that's nice to see. So we wanted one of these, and at least 2 of those. Let's just look at how many space I've got. 1, 2, 3. And I've got 2 down there. So I'm just going to order that for the moment. And then we also want to have a look over here. Green's about to go and blue's about to grow. So let's just get those in. Oh, I didn't mean to buy that license. But I think I'm just going to buy these licenses because I'm only 100 and it might get more people in the store. Okay, it gives me about 2,000. That's going to be enough products coming in. And I'm going to go and take over on the till again. After I check on customer trading. Nothing I want there. I've already got 82. I would like to get the bench in as well, just while he's on the till. Yeah, the workbench. We just get one of them. And this is what we was talking about in the last episode. Okay, wouldn't let me out the menu. I'm out of it now. Okay, so let's go and get this set down. Now, I was wrong in the first season. Please say you'll go in there. No, you won't. Okay, so we've got plenty of room over the back here. We'll put it over here. But yeah, I was wrong in the first season because I always assumed that there was 5 different price tiers. There wasn't. So there's a penny to £1, £1 and a penny to £2, £2 and a penny to 3, £3 and a penny to 5. That's all in the same category. I always thought there was a breakdown between 4 and 5. That isn't. So for this machine here, I want to be setting it up for £3 and a penny all the way up to £5. And then I want the remaining cards to be just 1. I'm happy with just having 1 in my collection. And then bundle cards. So I should have some of these red boxes. Now I think I do have a shelf empty and we can just stack them up onto here. And these should be selling about 100, maybe 2. I think it was about 250 these can. Okay, so I haven't got enough. But the more we open up the machine, the more of these we'll get. So unfortunately, I can only carry them 1 at a time. We'll just put them down there. And let's set the price on them. The market price plus 10% rounded. £312. Wow. So instead of the money just sitting in doing nothing, okay, so I'm going to have to send you back to restocking because the queues are not going down. But at least he's... Oh, the big card just sold. It's gone. Oh, wow. It's on my till. 4,000 watts of time to come back to the till just in time for it to sell. Oh, wow. Money's not an issue for us anymore. Let's get this up. I couldn't have timed that any better coming back. We will put the tab back up on the next day. I just need time to be able to catch up with everything. But yeah, we've got over 6,000 now. Glory days. What do you need? 40? Sorry, I just lost my mojo a second. Yeah. I knew it was going to sell. I just had to be patient, but I sold that for 4,400. And it only took a couple of days, maybe 3 days to sell, even at that price. But if that card had been like 10 or 20,000, then I definitely would have needed to do it closer to the market value for it to sell in a certain time. But yeah, over 7,000. We are level 19 coming into level 20, which is good because we're going to get a new worker coming in. Okay, so let's get the lights on. Let's pay the bills. So we've got none. So the next person that's going to be coming in is this guy here, Dennis. He's a fast restocker, and that's why I like him. And then the very fast checkout person at 25. Yeah, Clark is when the game does change. It gives you more time to do stuff around the shop. Do want to extend the store. We'll do that probably towards the end of the day. But we've got a lot of money if somebody comes in with a big card now. Please say you got a big card. No, unfortunately not. We'll just send you on your way. And I can do a very good order tonight. And we've got enough money to unlock some new products. I think level 19 we had access to the big boxes of the rares. Was it the legendaries? The purples? Because I don't think we're stocking those yet. But we have got the units down the back already pre-purchased. And there's one of the boxes sold already. Have a look what you've got, nice. Oh, look at that. £2,000 card. He's only asking 1,700. Now, I don't want to go too low, but I'm going to start off about 1,600. Wow. That's going to go over to grading, that one is. And I think we might have a grading on the next day. I'll have a look in a second. We've probably not had enough in the shops today because there's been queues all the way throughout the day in the shop. So it has stopped people from coming in. Because there is a limit on how many can enter the store. Hence why I want to do big upgrades. And even though we just bought that card, we still got 6,000 sitting there. Wow. And I'm getting the message to end the day. That's not going to happen. Just got to remember not to press the enter key. Wow, that's a big customer. And we want to get the card table down. And I know the cards to the right of me will be done as well. Okay, so what do we want to do? What process? Okay, I think I'll go... A part of me wants to unlock back B, but we don't need it yet. We're going to unlock expansion 6. I'm going to unlock expansion 7. And I'm also going to unlock expansion 8. That's everything we can get until level 21. So we've caught up with the shop. And as you see, now we've got a lot bigger room to play with. I think I'm going to have you over this side. Because it makes sense having stuff coming out of this machine. So I think what I'm going to do is not move them. Just trying to work out which way I want to do this. A random box on the floor. Let's put that up there. Yeah, we'd open these and then I'll fill them up while I'm stocking up the shop, and then they might be done before the morning. So 553, there's going to be something good. 111 there. £20 there. £71 full art there. And 460. So we've got at least one at about £100. Got a 36 there. A 97 there. So I said we had at least one around the £100 mark. Okay, so I'm going to cut away a minute. Going to refill up the machines. Fill up all the shelves. Get new stock ordered in. Get the card table down. And then I'm going to have a look at see what's worth sending for grading and what's not. And then I'll bring you back. Okay, welcome back. I've filled up all the shelves. Everything's fully stocked up at the back again. And it's took me long enough that the machines are ready again. Now, I haven't put the card table down knowing that these was going to be ready. So a £400 there. £20, a 28 at the top there. There's probably something else in here. A 24 there. I was expecting something around 100 with that sort of value. But nothing too special in there. 700, definitely something a bit more exciting in here. 61 full art over that side. 177 down the bottom. Possibly a god pack there by the looks of it. 30s and 20s across the board. They all look the same kind. 25 there. So yeah, some nice stuff there. So again, I'm going to cut away a second, put the card table down, and I want to go through and see what I've got good to go out to grading. Okay, for starters off, we want to have a look at the two which came back from the grading and there wasn't great grades. So one came back as a 5, which we already had a look at, which potentially could be worth nearly £8,000. So that one's worth sending for a £200 grading cost. The other one we got as a grade 1. If you have a look at the price there, it says it's worth about £90. But if you look at the grading, it could be worth nearly £6,000 on a grade 10. So again, another no-brainer for sending on a £200 one. But what else have we got in the collection? So there's nothing else in that section. So we'd want to go back to the Tetramon. Just make sure everything's sorted by price. So the biggest cards we've got, that one's definitely going to go. I'm just putting them down on here just to see the values. It's the easiest way. Over £10,000, that could be worth on a grade 10. Even a grade 9, like I said, look at the difference between a 9 and a 10. It's worth keep re-rolling this to get a 10. 7,000 difference between a 9 and a 10. Ungraded, it's worth 2,000. So yeah, this is one you want to keep gambling. And what was the next one down we had? We had that one there. So let's have a look at, is this worth sending for grading? So currently I can sell it for about 220. Only worth 1,000. Now again, it's still within the range, I think. If I put 200 on the 220, but then again, it would need to be a grade 10. So this would be something I would want to flip on here. So again, these three here. So let's take them back off. And let's go and sort that grading out now before I forget about it. So let's have a look. Yes, it's next day. So on the next day, we've got that Clovenger card. Worth nearly 1,000. I think that's about 5,000-6,000, something like that, if it comes a grade 10. So we're going to be sending the 2. That's in the graded section. Which is you. And you. And then we was also going to send the 1 that's in the Tetramon section. Which is the one that's worth 2,000. I think I'll stick with the original plan. If it's anything above 500, then I'll send it out for grading. Except for ghosts, I'm always going to send them out. I'm going to pay for the 200, so it's going to be 600 cost. We've got just enough money left. Hopefully nobody comes in the morning. We will have a graded in the morning, so we will get a slot free. This is the big one. Oh no, that was the grade 2. That one's not going to be... That's not too big. It was this one here, the ghost one. And I think I did do wrong. I think the ghost are probably better off not sending on a £200 Because the cards are worth 200, you would need to get a grade 9 really to recoup that cost back. But either way, on that next episode, we will have some good stuff coming back. Both these will be on the next episode. So yeah, let me go and get these cards on the table and then we'll set some prices. Okay, the table's full now. There's a few with the red marks. It means we haven't listed them before. Everything else, I'm just going to keep the same prices. So 10%. 178 on this one. Very nice card. Worth 129. 107. Then we've got 3 at the end here we haven't sold before. There's another 107. 78. And that one's going to be a 68. Easily another £1,000 plus on there. We have opened up a couple of machines and it is ready to open up again. Shows how long I've been doing all the stuff around the shop tonight. Let's see if we've got anything else good. 650, so there's going to be something half decent in here. 134 at the bottom. 28 over there. And 115 on the very end. So we got some more to add to the table. Nothing worth grading. And another 500. So there's going to be an £100 plus card in here somewhere. 21. 117 there. And 28. Gives us a lot of cards. And then I want to have a quick check to see if there's anything I can box up. Because that's a nice amount of money coming in. And that's what we're going to be needing, is a lot of money coming in now. Because I need enough to be able to get the recruit in about half a level's time. So, is there anything I can bundle? No, there's not enough in that range yet. I won't do the stuff lower until later, when I've got more workers. But let's get the report. So total 70 visitors, but I did say that was going to happen because there was queues in the shop for most of the day. So that the people wasn't leaving to get more refreshed. So that's down about 20 on a normal day. That's why it's so important for you to be getting the people in and out the shop as quick as possible. And we had 11,000 revenue, mainly because of that big card for 4,400. Over 5,000 in cards sold. And we're in a big negative because we spent out a lot upgrading the shop at the very end. And a lot on stock. So I do need to make sure we keep that till. There's our graded. Dun, 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 dun. Grade 9. I can live with a grade 9. And I think a grade 9 on here. 2,300. Next time something sells off there, we will get it on the table. Now, you will see all this here. I've put it down ready to get the other product in on this day. Hopefully it doesn't affect the dissatisfied if they try and buy something from the shelf. But it's technically got no signs on there, so they shouldn't be interacting with it. Just trying to get a little bit of money in before I look at that guy's whatever he's got. One of the big cards sold already, 170. No, he's got nothing. Come on out my face, bud. Did see some stinkers in the shop, but the sprays dealt with them. Be a lot more comfortable if I can get back above that 1,000 before I start looking at... Okay, let's just have a look. Yeah, I said I'll be more comfortable around the 1,000. I might be able to get that. Need a couple of fast sellers. That's not a fast seller. Need somebody to buy a couple of them cards at the back to give me enough to be able to purchase that new card. Okay, let's get this sale done, and if he's still there, we'll deal with him. Never give all your money in the first one. So if I want to try and get this for 1,060 to go 1,050. Because then you can always raise it, where if you can't raise it, then you're stuck until the next customer comes. I don't think I'm going to get this, but I'll try. I'm surprised. That could be another worthy one for sending out on grading. We'll have a look at the value in a minute. Here we got another customer trading here. Nothing I want. Okay, so let's have a look at the table, what we can put down. So I want to look at the graded card first. The graded 9. Is this worth sending for a reroll? It would be worth up to 6,000. I think not. And I am going to go 20% on here. 2,800, yeah. So we've got that one there. I want to have a look. Oh, the 20, it's already sold. That one, big one, I've just put down for 20%. So this one here is 1,300. Spending 200. I think that one's probably worthy. Yeah, I did say over the 1,000 mark, so let's take you back off. So anything lower than that, let's put out. And most of the big cards, as you can see, have been done now and down to the £20 cards. Okay, first one, let's list it. I could probably go 20% on all these cards, really. I think I'm gonna start doing that. Okay, he's already brought that one. I haven't had a chance to change it on it. Try and make a little bit more money off him. It will pay for the upgrade. 6,000. Wow. Okay, next thing is these machines. 400. Just going to have a quick zoom through. 17s. Looks like another god pack there, but not a very high tier one. And what have you got? 700, so you've got some... Yeah, there's another god pack. Silver foils. All around the £20 mark. One at £40. We've got 116 then. 28. We've probably got another something 200 or 300 in here. Definitely something I'm missing. There's a lot of value. 600. It's about 300 more than what I'm expecting. No, it must be just a lot around the 20-30 to get that value. Okay, let's get it filled up. I can't believe the time of the day already. I need to get these filled up before I go back on the till. And on the next day, we will be getting the new employee because we're nearly at level 20 already. And I haven't got that new product in yet I wanted. Get rid of that tab. Okay, so let's deal with this new product. So we want to be stocking this one here. So we need 1,500 for the license. Just get 8 to start off with. Didn't really look at how much of these we need, so I'll just get 4 of each. And get 2 more of those. So when's the next unlock after that? It's going to be level 20. We get the... What is it? The legendary? Yeah, the legendary ones. And I'm just going to keep him on the till for the moment while I'm dealing with this. Nothing I really desperately need. So that's the new one. The easiest way to set them up is just like that, and then the workers can come in for the rest. Want to set a price? Market price 10% on these, 78. Didn't pay what's attention to. Actually, let's have a look. What's the profit margin on them? £45. What's the profit margin on this one? £14. And this one here is £14. So these are really, really going to get us some money in. Okay, the first thing I need more than anything else is I need a racking for the products. So I need the large warehouse one. And I will reorganise these rackings into a better way eventually. And I'm thinking at least, yeah, at least 4. But because of the profit margin we're going to be having off these 45, I think I might consider getting a lot more of these racking shelves than the 2. Maybe take the other products down to 1 shelf each and have 4 of these, which I think is going to be the better idea. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. At least I can get some peace and quiet. And we've got another set of cards coming out. £45 on this one. Just have a quick scan. 130 at the top there. That's the only big one I'm going to have for that value. What have you got? 400. So there's something around 100. There's around 100. There might be a second one close to that value. A couple of 24s. Now, that's good. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a stock up, do some cards, get this stuff on the racking. Okay, welcome back. I had just about enough money to keep me above the 1,000 and absolutely filled this shelf. So I've swapped it round because, like I said, only making £14 profit, making 45. I need to have more of these than these. I'd rather them guys spend the time stocking these up where I'm going to be making 3 times the amount of profit. And while I've been doing all that over there and sorting all the shelves out, I managed to make 1 more box of cards. So we've got another £300 worth of cards there. And the machines are finished again. So 592 again, we're going to have something around the 100, 139 there. Maybe it's something else about 50. Yeah, there, £60. And also a £60 at the end there as well. Some mid-tier cards there, which are going to be good for quick profits on the table. £3.89. I'm probably going to have something about £50, but nothing much above that. A couple of 27s. Yeah, it's just a lot around the 20 mark. So let's fill these up and then let's get the last day in this play session done. And we do get another Brady back on the next day. Now, the big things I want to have a quick look at before we go. So we need to have a look when the next product. It was level 30, wasn't it? So we've got all the big boxes here available to us. There is some small license that can pay for 1,200. We'll go back and catch up on them when we can get a big sell. I can actually nearly stock the full collection of that, so I might do that pretty soon, but not until 22. 25 is when we start doing the destinies. Oh no, we got this one unlocked. So that one's now available to us at level 20. And we are at level 20, aren't we? So what do I need to recruit that guy? 2,000. So that's going to be the big thing on the next day because, again, he's going to be a fast restocker. I've currently got a normal and a slow. Him alone will do more work than these two put together. So yeah, let's get the report and let's get on to the last day. So yeah, back up to 84, that's a lot better. But we did do a lot of upgrades on the shop and there was still a big part of the day where customers was just stacking up inside the shop and not being cleared fast enough. Upgrade costs of 2,500, supply costs and nearly 10,000 in revenue. 4,600 on that day with cards, very nice. I've got 1 card to send for grading worth 1,000, but I'm just waiting to get some more before I put the next batch in. So immediately, let's get started. I was going to try and get the bigger ones of those machines, so I wasn't going to refill them. But I just haven't got enough money to do everything I want at the moment. So he just said, where's the D20? I think that's the dice. We could put in another one of these shelving units like this. First customer trading. Okay, so I want to have a look at the price. It's only worth 78, so it's not something I'm going to bother with. First couple of sales of the day, and I'm already over 2,000. So let's just move off the till and get that new worker in. Welcome to the store, Dennis. I will have to go outside in a second and tell him what to do. But he should be able to keep the stuff restocked. Next thing I need to do is I need to order some of these purple boxes in stock because we've got none, except for what was on the shelf. Even if I have to sacrifice the 1,000 I've got on me, I need to do that. Otherwise, they can't refill them. Can't afford it quite yet. I want to have at least a minimum of 4 boxes coming in. What have you got? Nice. Oh, it's a good job I did keep my money. This is a cracking deal. Worth 1,800. He's only asking for 1,260. Let's go 1,175. Let's go 1,200. 1,200 for an 1,800 card. That's definitely going to be going for grading. And I forgot to press the button to see the value. So I'm going to have to use the table later to get the value of it for graded. Okay, I've got enough to put that order in. Well, let's move off the till. How much have I got? Oh, no, I haven't got it because I've just bought that big card. But I do want to get that worker in. Where is he? Oh, he's over here. Restock the shelves. So at least if there's something to restock, he will go and do it. So I need to get up to £1,100 to be able to put that order in for the purple boxes, at least. But being as though all 3 were standing outside, that means there was nothing to refill. And that's why I do like to do it in between days and cut away. If you leave it just for the employees to do, you can just lose out on some big sales at the start of the day. Let's get that order in. It will give them something to do. Okay, the shelves are nearly full, so I am going to put another order in. Probably the same, another 4 boxes. Can I afford one of these as well? I can. Give them something to do. The machines are finished, so let's have a quick look. 490, so something about 100 in here. 128 at the top there. 50 something there as well. What about the next machine? 600, so again, roughly around the same. 130 down there. Couple around the 20 mark there. 158 at the back here. Another 25. Let's get these machines going before I deal with anything else. I'm just going to chuck that on the floor down there, so I can get the machine done. And if I close the box and put it on the floor, somebody will come and grab it. Just to speed things up. Another customer trading. Let's have a look what you've got. It's a trade. You want to trade a £1,400 card for your 700. You've got no chance. Suppose something like that's going to be very useful if you're down to 1 or 2 in the collection. Then you would do a trade like that, but I've got no plans on doing that anytime soon. Customer trading. Nothing I need. Machines are doing okay. And we're coming up to 4 o'clock in the day. Doesn't look like we've done too good because of the money, but we have paid out on the new employee and bought 2 stock orders on this day as well. And I think I'll wait for any more unlocked, like the legendary packs, until the next episode. Just so I've got enough money to do a big restock tonight. Okay, another customer trading. Nothing really that I need. Them lights on. How's the machines doing? At least one bar in there, so that's good. Just going to have a quick look around. Yellows are out, so I'm going to need to order them. Possibly order some more purples the next time I need that. And I think we've got rid of all the purples off the back, so there's one box over there. So I'm definitely going to need to order more of those. This guy's just bought a load of them. Okay, customer trading. Low tier one. So let's get an order in quickly. So we needed the yellows. Go back to boosters. I'm going to need at least... Let's get 2 of these in just so I've got a bit of stock over. And at least 6 of those I'm going to need. Now I've got 3 workers. I don't have to keep stopping. I've got 134 of this, so I might as well take the offer. And we will be getting rid of them lower tiers. It might be something I'll do between episodes. Just box up everything I've got on the lower tiers. Because it takes such a long time with that machine, I can't automate it anyway. Nothing I need there. And having all them purples in is definitely paying off because I'm having big sells for the purples all day. Another customer trading. Nothing I need. And we're sticking around that 2,000. I did talk about in the last episode I would like to have a buffer of something like about 5,000. So if somebody does come in with a big card, I can afford it. We are getting closer to that point, but we're not quite there yet. The table down the back is probably empty of cards as well. Which I'm going to rush over there and do it in a second if the machine's not finished. Definitely a lot more manic the shop is these days than it once was. No, these are ready, so these will get priority. 856, so I've got something good in here. Probably a ghost card. There, ghost 308. Probably another one as well of decent there, 162. This is about 500 above where I'm expecting. So like that's about 100 where I'm expecting it. So there's probably a £50 card in here somewhere. Now a couple of 28s there makes up the 50 extra what I wasn't expecting. And immediately let's get some of these in the machine. It's nearly the end of the day now. But this machine is priority. And in the next episode, I might see if I can get enough money to get another one. Get 3 of them going. A massive queue to clear out for the end of the day. Definitely lost out on some sales today. Just not managing to get through them quick enough. He's definitely worthy of me getting a second till down, I think. Me and Terence both work the tills. Because it's still another 5 levels before we get Clark. And now we've got a good person doing the restocking. I think that might be a good idea in the next episode. Spend out on a new till. And I can breathe finally. We'll take one of these and open it because it will be going in this machine later. I think this was an empty box. I just dumped on the floor earlier. So we're fully stocked on the front there, so I haven't got to do much work in between episodes. Finally, I've got that blue box. What are you? Oh, you're the one. I can go on the shelf now. Finally got the blue boxes down. This is probably worthy of only needing 2 shelves now, because we're not stocking as many. And I'll start doing that when the blues go down. I have 2 blues, 2 of those, and then we'll have 4 or 8 of these. I'll have a think exactly how I want to do it in between episodes. But up to 5,000. Well, them last couple here can go into the shelf. Yep, we're finishing on the episode on 5,000. There's definitely stuff I need to order, like greens and probably some of the others. These will be ready by the time I start the next episode. And I've definitely got to do something with the table in the next one. And also I want to see about boxing up some cards. Now, there is 4 types. There's white boxes, which is the lowest tier. A yellow one, which is the second tier up. I think the white ones are about 15. The yellow ones are somewhere around 30. Then you get lilac-y purple colour, which is your next tier, which is probably around 100. And then you got those big red boxes, which is your 4th tier. So it might actually be a good idea, if I move my boxes out, have another one of these 4 units right next to the machine, then I haven't got to transform them too far. So we can keep a couple of these on top of there, what I did in the last season. Could actually keep all the boxes up here. So yeah, in between episodes, I'm going to do that. Box up a load of cards. We'll buy the unit in now, because I haven't got those. I've only got the single black ones like these. We also want to pay our bills off, because I haven't had a chance to do it yet. That's 1,000. So our money's down to 3,800, but that's a nice place to be finishing it. Hopefully you're still enjoying the series, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you very much for watching.